inside. The old gods granted me a vision of the way to change reality. In the shadows creeping, can't rest your weary head. No time for you to sleep now, or evil it will spread. So gather all your friends and listen to my tale. Adventure story shaping the magic and the veil. Dragons, devils, demons, and creatures that I fear, and heroes of the north. Just please don't be scared. The heroes are the monsters to the enemy. It all depends upon the way that you proceed. Original GM, we're here to set you free. Come join in the adventure. Who you wanna be? Who you wanna be? We are heroes. We are
Welcome back to Original GM. I'm Hoopahu, once again joined with Wachi and Chikala. And last episode we had come back home to Beacon, only to find out that one of the heroes of the North, ex-heroes of the North, Betrayer, Stefan Murmur, who wants to be called the Priest did, who had betrayed you guys not only against Tiamat, but then shortly thereafter against Bahamut. Since then, you didn't know anything about what's happened to him. Most recently, you met Jean again, who was his girlfriend at the time. And then when he became the priesthood, they had broke up and everything, and that's when he betrayed and went away and all that. And so that's where we sit. So we're going to start today's game in Beacon, atop the keep area inside of what used to be the throne room, which has been converted into what looks to be a war room. Tables and various people all around in this room. There's a lot of people here. There is a portal still open. Tatalda's kind of standing by it, and she and a priest on the other side, one of Tuffy's priests, have been communicating back and forth, sending messages to you guys. You guys have been doing it too. Currently, you see Havoc standing at that gate.
Zero will walk over to it.
Okay.
And she'll go like this.
Your abominations follow you, by the way.
Okay.
And he stops and looks at you.
And she'll look for the priest that was translating. He doesn't know Drow Silent Tongue, right?
He doesn't.
So she'll look for one of the priests that was translating. And she'll tell him that I want you to stay there. I need somebody there for the orcs.
Does. He nods at you and kind of looks upset about that, but he kind of nods and looks down.
You're the only person that's there that I can really trust.
And they communicate it back across, and he kind of looks at the person that the priest is saying it, and the priest's like,
All right.
will there be somebody here relaying information to us as things transpire and happen?
I think so, yeah. I think we intend on keeping this portal open. I don't know though.
He knows. Tatalda kind of looks at you. She's like, well, someone should stay here to be able to communicate back and forth.
Yeah.
Is there anyone else that speaks silent tongue? She says that. Alex is still working on Ripley. By the way, I need to remind you she's on the ground and on the floor. She seems to be stable, but no response out of her. And Alex says that, and then Alex says, I would like to stay here at the keep and try to figure out what to do with Ripley.
That's totally understandable.
Nora raises her hand. She's like, can I speak silent tongue?
Okay.
Raleigh kind of nods at you guys. He's like, I do too. And then Skyhawk goes, I would make 3. We'd be happy to stay here and watch this, and we can take shifts with one another. That's what Raleigh says. So Raleigh, if you recall, back in the old days, before things went where they were, Raleigh was one of the Griffin Riders that protected the city of Beacon that was sent from Monarch originally. And so was Nora, who was in yesterday's game, and then Skyhawk. They were all Griffin Riders. With Ripley, that makes 4 that survived out of 12. And they still have their Griffins that are still up in the top of the keep itself, where the loft is up there, the nest. And so Alex will say, I'll take care of things here, trying to figure out, I need to set up a triage area, an area where anyone that gets hurt, we can take care of. The room next door, right there to the right, right here, is where he sets that up.
Okay.
He asks Gorgain if he can take this door off its hinges. And Gorgain smiles and walks up there, picks it up, starts jimmying it, looking at it. Doesn't really come off really easy, so he just smashes it off with his arm. Make sure. Yeah, he shatters it right off of its hinges. The hinges break, and he just kind of picks the door up, goes into the room, and sets it over off against the wall.
Nice. Okay. Zero would
Then
say...
he takes Ripley. Sorry, he takes Ripley and his priests go in there with Alex. He leaves the door open where you can still be seen, and you can still see and hear.
Okay.
Cool. Priest help escort Ripley. They put her on a gurney, take her in there. Go ahead.
Zero would pull out the water breathing rings.
Okay.
And be like, I have 6 of these.
You go back where you were.
Yes.
There's 6 of those.
Yeah. So she would put one on her finger and then set the bag on the table for them.
Okay. So 6, the heroes of the North, excluding Alex.
Yep.
Right? I'll get a ring. You all can breathe underwater now.
Lily is going to take 4 of the spectral Thorm spectral hounds.
You're gonna take 4 of Storm Spectral Hounds.
And I'm gonna tell them to follow me, and I'm gonna go to where Alex is,
Okay.
and I'm gonna tell them to protect Alex.
Okay. He thanks you.
And then I'll take the other 4.
He says, would it not be better if I just commanded them? He says,
Yeah.
tell them to follow my orders then.
Okay. I will. I'll tell them.
Thank you.
Follow
He
his
says,
orders.
appreciate it.
You're welcome. And then
He walks up to you and casts a spell and touches you. This will be the 4th spell he's put on you. He didn't even ask.
Yeah.
He puts it on you and you feel, well actually he would ask. He says, what word do you want? And then he'll touch it. put a word of recall into this room.
Nice.
He knows my word.
He goes around to everybody and does that, and then comes back in.
Cool.
I'll take the other 4 hounds.
He uses scrolls, by the way. Okay, the other 4 hounds what?
I will take to my brother
Okay.
and tell them to follow his commands and protect him.
Okay. He kind of looks at these ghosts like dogs, and they'll do what I tell them to.
Yep.
That's it. They do.
And then I will tell the air elementals to protect everyone in this room from harm.
Okay.
I put my ring on. And then I'm gonna polymorph.
Polymorph.
With my hat.
Oh, okay. You're gonna shape change with your hat. Okay.
Into a barbarian.
Okay. Female, male.
Gorgane's never scared. That's what she's thinking.
Okay.
I'm trying to look like Gorgane's sister,
Okay.
but prettier.
All right.
Like I want to keep the right. I want to keep the 22 comeliness as far as looks.
Did you just call Gorgane ugly?
No, I did not. Nope.
You're kidding. Lily's seen him naked. She knows he's not ugly.
Right.
Oh boy.
Dun-dun-dun.
Yeah, that's uncomfortable.
Yeah. Yep.
Well, it was uncomfortable at the time.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
I
supposed to be.
remember, I was there.
You're in a prison cell. Yeah, it's supposed to be uncomfortable. Especially when Zira started pulling a key out of nowhere, being naked.
It was her hair.
It was
The
out of
key
her
was in
It's out of her hair. That's right.
It
That's right.
was.
Okay.
I'm gonna keep the staff in my hand, but I'm going to turn it into a longsword.
Okay. When you do your shape change,
I
you'll
just make it look like
with a hat. So you're gonna just hide a bunch of your shit?
Yeah, I want to make everything like a part of my body,
Right.
so that there's no identifying items on me.
Okay.
Because Steph knew a lot of what she had back then,
Mm-hmm.
which she still uses a lot of that stuff. So, yeah, I just want to polymorph it all in.
Okay, so you can do that, no problem. You get yourself looking however you want to look, undistinguished. Is there anything that you don't change?
No, I
Okay.
change everything.
All right, so whatever it is, that's fine with me.
All of it. I just want to look
no
like
worries.
a barbarian with how Gorgane dresses with the furs and
Okay.
all that.
All right. Gordon will pull up the map. We remember that it looked like this. Heroes headquarters. It's the first level. That's what it looks like. It's probably all underwater. We don't know. We'll find out, I guess. There's really no entrances or exits into this building except from the ceiling with a spelljammer, as you recall. But it was only the beetle that could do that.
Right.
So we have no way to really open that up. It's actually peeking over the water just slightly. The top of the house is. If you look, you'll see right here.
Yeah.
It's slightly peeking over the water just a little bit. It's that tall. And so really the only entrance is the front doors. And I'm sure that the priest is aware of that. So we need to decide, well, how we're going to enter. Now, we have been there, so we can teleport into any location within this building unless
There's
there's
protections.
protections. Most likely there's some sort of protections.
For sure.
So we just need to figure out how we're going to do this, who's going, and all of that. I think teleporting in can be dangerous.
Yeah. Absolutely. We could teleport right outside.
We could teleport right outside underwater and enter through the front door. Now, if there's no water inside of the house, that will rush in and just suck us into it. So maybe we should pass wall or do something somewhere.
So,
Do that.
There are windows that can be entered right here and right here, if you recall, and a few others. So there are windows that we could go through if you want to do that and enter any portion of the home.
What about a gate?
We could gate in too, but if we're gating into a room that he's got protections, or it's got protections in, I'm sorry, Gordon says, if it has protections, then, we'll be in danger.
Well, you know it's not alone. There's no way
so
that it's down there alone.
Jared was saying on that thought, it has the eye. Which means that it could very well not be Steph. I just want to remind you guys of that.
Who is it then?
She kind of glances down at her hand.
Oregon goes, you mean to tell me we're going to a place where Vecna could be?
I'd rather you not say that name. She looks at
He looks at Mal, and Mal's like, she could be right.
I don't know. But from what they were saying, it was asking a bunch of questions about me. Why
Yes.
would it do that other than the hand,
It
right?
wants the hand. We need to keep that in mind.
Well, the thing is if those two come together, you're going to get taken over. So why would it want it? Unless it's already not itself.
Well, maybe we should reevaluate this then.
Just something to
Six
think
of
about.
us mobbing up in through the front door of a building where that being could be might not be a good idea. Orgain's like, well, how else are we going to do it? It did invite us for dinner,
It did.
and I'm hungry. He crosses his arms.
I wouldn't eat anything that it gives you.
That's not what I mean.
Oh.
Oh. The anchor, I'll unpolymorph it out of my,
Okay.
because I forgot about it.
All right. So
Until he said that.
Until he says that, so Lily's just sitting there, and then you see her go. Nicholas appears on this barbarian's chest. Female barbarian.
Turn towards him.
He kind of looks away from you, like uncomfortable.
Do you want it back?
No, it'd be best for you to carry it.
Okay.
Mal's like, I think it's the other things on your chest that are bothering you. You look down, you're a barbarian woman, you got breasts out to here, and you're in hides and, and furs, and you said you wanted your coming as high, so you probably have some legs showing, and I mean, like if the loincloth gets moved just the right, that kind of thing. And Gordon's kind of, Gordon's like, if we're done talking about boobs, can you get back let's talk about how we're gonna do this.
Yeah, let's do that.
I think that Gorgain wants to go through the front door. And that could be a good choice, coming in and just annihilate him. But if it's, yeah. Mal goes, we could try to trap him if he is in that building. There's perhaps a way to do that. We could secure him within some sort of prison, upon a prison, upon a prison.
Keep talking.
If we were to say, he kind of goes, cracks his knuckles. If I were to say, build a prison around him, we would have no worries for now. Gordon's like, but eventually we would, so that would be like putting something in the middle of our city
Yeah.
without it
But
being dealt with.
if we put it into a prison, then we have a much better chance of killing it. And also figuring out
It
if
won't
it's,
escape.
Well,
if it's
Zero-
that being or not.
Zero would say we're not gonna kill it if it's a lich. We have to have its soul, which means that it's probably stored somewhere. Isn't that what Patient X did? That's why we couldn't kill it.
I'm sure that his soul is protected in somewhere safe and probably not presently in the city of Beacon. Then again, he looks over to Talda and she's like, out of the corner of her eye, she looks at him, she's like, shakes her head no at him. He's like, he kind of narrows his eyes at her. You've never seen him do that. And she's like, I may know what it's seeking within Jamal's room. I think its soul is there. You see, for reasons that I cannot speak to you about, I came in possession of such a thing. Through Aegean. And I traded it. Bluntly put.
To Jamal.
She sits down, crosses her legs, and she goes, like that. And Mal kind of smiles at her and he's like, as you can tell, if that is the case, then we trap him and get his soul and he is gone.
So we trap him and then focus on the vault.
Perhaps.
That's a good idea. Okay.
Gordon's like, well, that still doesn't answer the question whether or not it is the other being. And if it is the other being, won't it just take his body over?
Yeah. And then that's an even bigger problem.
But being trapped, like Mal has stated, is a good idea. Mal's like, I could do it with one spell. But perhaps he would have some sort of protections, but I would not assume that they would be around the structure from the outside. Maybe on the inside, but not the outside.
It's an idea.
But would encase it in a gigantic prison of some sort. He would probably attempt to escape it,
Of course.
so it may not last long. He is capable of casting a wish, I would say. Probably multiple, wouldn't you? He looks at Lily.
Yeah.
He is a mage, not just a priest.
That's true.
Which means it has access. He looks around the room. I'm trying to use the right, correct pronoun, but I knew him as a him.
You'll get it.
pardon me, if it has protections, we can encase them within a prison, but it could easily cast a wish to release itself from such a thing. Gordon's like, yeah, I suppose he could, but we could do it in a way where it would make it more difficult. We could do it in a way that he could not counter it with a simple wish spell.
Magics on magics on magics.
Yes. Once we start, our initiative is taken and we surprise with that, and then we continue. We do this from casting. We never leave this room. Never go into danger. If we do that, we trap it in that hero's headquarters. The old hero's headquarters. Which was originally the house of the Murmurs, his parents, if you remember.
Yeah. So can we still use the mirrors to cast through? Are they working? Have you checked since we've been here?
Mm-mm. I haven't checked.
I haven't checked mine.
I'll pull it out.
That would be the only way that I could cast that
Wait.
distance.
Gordon pulls his out too, and he's like, be careful.
One at a time.
Well, I'm thinking we should connect the two of these, not...
Okay. Yeah, that's it. We should probably step outside the circle though, right?
Yes.
Work in here.
Yes.
Step right outside it.
Okay. Totally goes, is that wise? Isn't that what the curse is attached to?
Yeah.
It's like, yeah.
That's why I was asking. How would you suggest casting that far?
That's a good option if you could scry on a location, step through it slightly, and cast it, yes. That would be the way to do it. But these are not the only means of that we have here. I'm sure that Alex's dimensional fold probably would be noticed though.
Definitely.
We should be careful what we do, no matter what it is we do. I think just going in the front doors, attacking is not the idea.
No.
Mal says, I will throw on the table that it requested us to come and eat dinner. Perhaps it wants to parley, or perhaps it wants some sort of diplomacy. Perhaps somewhere in that creature, the betrayer still exists. Perhaps it wants to make amends. Gordon's like, well, I'm not going to make amends with that traitor. I'd rather put an arrow between its eyes. Well, that of course could be a decision that's made once the diplomacy is through. Going in prepared to do such a thing. I don't know, it sounds risky. Just going in sounds risky. I'm gonna stop there and go back to Mirabilia.
Oh goodness.
When last we left Mirabilia, Eris and Ray and Faye were standing in the office,
Okay.
discussing recent events. The last thing that you guys talked about was the Great Evil.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah. There is a telepathy bay. I know she's standing right in front of me.
right.
But she'll telepathy him. She'll be like, I have to tell you something.
That's funny, I have to tell you something.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Which one of us should go first?
I have to talk to my sister before I can tell you. And if she
Okay.
doesn't agree, I can't tell you. It's something very personal that I think you should know about me.
Okay. I'll go first then.
Okay.
So, I told you that I was Neo. You know that.
Yeah. I don't really know what that is, to be honest with you. I know you're unique.
So in the beginning, when we were created, there was a being
In the
that
in the beginning, when we were created, all of us.
no, the Neo.
Oh. The Neo were created in the beginning.
We were
What's that
created.
mean? What's that mean?
We were created before everything. We were the first beings. Neo.
Couldn't possibly have lived that long. You've been alive that long.
So that's kind of part of what I wanted to talk to you about. So when we were created, we all gravitated together, and the being that we gravitated to threw us all off. Some of us went backwards in time. Some of us went forward in time. I went forward. The wish that Zira cast was what caught me. Right? So this... You can tell, like, she's nervous.
Yeah.
Like,
He just kind of looks at you, like, quizzical, you know?
some of us are really, really evil. And some of us are not. We're separate consciousnesses, but the one... So, the Neo and the gods, from what I understand, the Neo and the gods were what imprisoned the great evil together. The
Okay.
great evil,
You mean what we were just talking about?
yes. The great evil was that Neo that threw us all off. And then it started to absorb others and just became more and more and more and more powerful. And there was nothing that they could do about it, so they imprisoned.
Boy, that's a lot to take in.
And apparently, according to Emmett, I'm the only female Neo.
How,
I don't know. I don't really know what that means.
you mean of all your species, you're the only female?
Yeah. Yep. That's what he said. I know, right? I just learned that piece of it. I just learned that.
He kind of looks at you nervous a little bit, and then he's like, so, do you have these memories from them, or?
No.
So the only memory you have is when you came,
Mm-hmm.
when you were caught by the witch.
Yes. You know, I feel like I could have these memories, but I'd rather not. Because it would rob me of my experience. Like, if I remembered, then I wouldn't be what I am now.
Okay. It doesn't change our friendship.
Good. I was hoping you wouldn't hate me.
No, just because something you came, or I mean, how can it, so, what you told me doesn't, I mean, it makes sense, but it doesn't. I gotta wrap my head around it. So the great evil that Lily's dealing with is the same thing?
Yeah.
It is the being that was created before all the beings?
The first Neo. So there's this existential conversation, you know, so the ones that were thrown back, like, what about that? You know? Like,
So you're timeless.
yes. Absolutely.
Ray, they've just been sitting like kind of staring at each other for a while. nodding their heads. Bates left these two. He's like, hey, she just told me something about herself that's actually amazing. And it's about what kind of being she is. She's a Neo.
Do I have any idea what that is?
You've heard, rumors about it, but you don't know.
Okay.
He starts to explain to you a little bit about what she just said.
She thinks it's a little funny.
Actually tells you all of it.
Does he?
He does. And as he's telling, he's still talking to Eris, He's
I bet she told you you're a mana too, didn't she?
That I'm what?
A mana. Astrology. Bet you she told you you're
Oh.
a Virgo too.
No. Amanda? No. She didn't. No. You don't believe her?
I don't know, man. That's kind of weird. Maybe. I guess.
I feel like we should tell her. I think we can trust her. We need an ally that's not one of us. In case something happens, we need someone to cover our backs. Plus, I'm scared I'm gonna lose her as a friend if we don't tell her when she finds out.
Oh, goodness.
Like if you flip out and meet somebody, well, how am I gonna explain it to her?
Doing alright.
I know you're doing
I
all
mean,
right.
if you really feel like you should tell her, I guess that's your choice. You're the one who said we don't tell anybody. So,
I did. It's my rule. It was a rule, but I think we can break it with Eris.
okay. As long as you're sure.
You have to agree with me, and you have your choice. If you say no, I won't do it.
You can do it. I understand.
He's talking to Eris still, and he's like, so, yeah, that's amazing. My turn.
Okay.
My sister, he says this out loud. My sister has agreed. And really don't know what we are, but the closest thing that we could say is that we are the opposite of a vampire. And you see teeth kind of come out slowly, and they're like glowing yellow. When he does that, Ray, you feel like yours need to come out. Like you feel like you do it.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you do it fast or slow?
Just do it
Slow, just like he did.
Nice,
So you
yeah.
kind of do it. He does it first, and you kind of follow him. And so, Eris, you see these two vampires, positive material vampires, show you their fangs in this room. He just looks at you. He doesn't say anything at first. Then he puts them back up.
Right, I'll do the same thing. What does that mean?
We are positive material, energy. We are perfection of life. We are the purest of the pure. But we are vampires. Now you understand why I hate them so much.
That's pretty amazing.
When he says that, Ray, you're like, yeah. Fuckers. I need to kill them sons of bitches. You're like angry all of a sudden. You just feel this fucking intense hatred for vampires. Anyway, what does Eris say? That's amazing.
Yeah, she would say that's amazing.
There are only two like us.
You
We're
too.
the only two. There is a third that has some of these energies. And that is Dusty. But he really doesn't know what we are. And we are different than he is.
That's amazing, Vay.
Isn't
Thank you
it?
for telling me.
He says, isn't it? And he
Yeah.
looks at his sister. We have goals for our family. The name's Sith. And they're good goals, a lot of them. My sister wants to start a children's home. What did you call it?
Sith Home for Extraordinary Children.
Sith Home for Extraordinary Children.
Iris would get a big old smile on her face.
We want to take all of the lost children within the world, different cities that have skills. He looks back over at Ray. And bring them and train them and groom them into being powerful minions and powerful friends. And he just looks at her. To protect society as a whole
Right.
in more than one way.
Interesting.
Taking the homeless,
Right. That's really cool.
and other things that we want to do. Look, you can get a hold of Cecilia. She has the V1000As and the V1000Bs. They are the recorders and transmitters for the illusionary magic.
Okay.
You can use those, set it up with the Mages Guild to take care of the festival with what you want it to look like and everything.
All right.
They'll probably take the contract.
That's easy enough.
Pulls a bag off his hip and hands it to you.
She'll take it.
Little spending cash in case you need to get things done.
Okay. Sounds good.
Let's see, was
Tie
there
around her
anything
belt.
else? He's like,
Um,
you got the bards together?
I still have to contact County Crows, but
Okay.
other than that, I've got everybody, I think. And I have to talk to Mac. And
Mac.
see if we're going to play and stuff.
Falcon and Jeffrey.
Yeah, if we're going to be up on stage, there need to be protections in place and things like that.
What about Gavin? He asked for the festival off, so
The what?
he asked to have the festival off and not have to work. He said he wanted
Oh,
to be at the
okay.
festival.
Yeah, yeah.
I think he's thinking he might want to try to play there. I don't know. I figured I'd let you know. He's a good kid.
Is he?
Yeah.
All right.
He
Is he good enough to play a festival?
Oh, is he a good bard? I have no fucking idea. I don't know nothing about that. But as far as being a good kid, he's a good kid. You know,
All right.
trust him.
I've known Gavin a long time. Actually.
Cool.
Yeah, he's one of the first bards I met. in
Nice.
Beacon, so,
Nice.
Never heard him play though.
Well,
oddly enough.
talk to him.
Yeah,
See.
I'll do that.
Cool.
So she will.
Ray,
Yes.
you have that black pearl
I do.
that you need to give to Gavin. I'm just going to remind you because she would mention it. It would come to your mind when they talked about it. And they would say at that point, yeah, Gavin's in the other room. He's working tonight. So if you want to go in and talk to him, you can.
Eric's just like, I gotta telepathy some people first, but I'll do that.
Cool.
Ray's gonna stand
You
up.
have freedom to come in and out of here like an employee, wherever you want to go.
Okay.
Cool.
Um,
I would like for you to keep my secret, our
course.
secret, and not tell anyone.
I would never.
Thank you.
Of course.
If we ever have something go wrong, we need help, it'd be good to have somebody outside of our species, our race.
Makes sense. Ray will stand up
Mhm.
and she'll be like, I need to talk to Gavin. Actually, now that you mentioned that, I'll be back in a minute.
Okay. Okay.
Era's telepathy Cecilia
Okay.
be like, hey, what
Hey.
you doing?
I think I got everything done.
They told me to get in contact with you for help with the festival.
Okay. What can I do?
The V1000As and V1000Bs.
Yes, the recorders and transmitters. Illusionary recorders.
Yeah, I was thinking we could use those to broadcast the concerts and the festival and stuff.
Sure. Sure. Where's it? Where are you going to have it?
Up top, in the park.
Oh, okay.
And then do you know who should I get in contact with Mages College to get stuff like that done, like all of this? I just kind of want to get it done in one swoop instead of running around. And he told me I could go to Mages College, but I just don't know who. Do you have any idea?
I'll take care of it.
Will you?
Yeah, I get it done
appreciate
for
that.
you. No worries.
Thank
I gotta
you
go
so
there
much.
anyway, she says.
Nice.
Especially if you need some more
Nice. And she'll just kind of go over what she wants the festival to look like, all
Okay.
of that. And
real
then
quickly
leave it to
kind of tell her
Yeah.
everything and send her an image?
Yep.
Okay,
And leave it to her.
done.
Nice. And then 2 more things.
Okay,
3 more things. I'm so sorry. County Crows.
okay, and telepathy him?
Yeah.
All right,
County Crows.
hey!
What you doing? Busy?
No, I'm in Dracon now.
Dracon.
Yeah.
What is that?
The Elven City, north of Beacon.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
The Elven section of Beacon
Oh!
is now known as Dracon. The elves, we've come back,
Oh, you're
taking
in
it back
Beacon?
over. Well, not really Beacon. But we're in the Elven section.
Oh, nice. How are things there?
Good. We're getting everything together, and the city's flooded still. Below
Right.
us, we're up on that hill, in the forest.
Well, we're throwing a
Princess Denimore and Prince Denimore say that it's their city now, and it's Dracon, not the actual city of Beacon, but that this Elven city to the north is. I don't know what's gonna happen. Pretty cool what's going on, all this shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's exciting.
That is really cool.
Yeah.
Interesting. We're throwing the festival as a celebration of life for the goddess of justice.
Okay. Who's we?
Me and Vay and Ray.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
I was wondering if you wanted to play.
Absolutely.
Yeah?
I'd be happy to.
It'll be tomorrow.
In Mirabilia.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Up top in the park.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Who else is playing? You guys
Emmett.
gonna play?
Yeah, I'm gonna talk to Matt.
Emmett? What?
Yeah. Emmett's gonna be there.
Emmett Chopet's gonna be there?
Yeah, and then Ribbon's gonna be there, and then I'm gonna talk to Mac, and we're gonna try to play too. I haven't really cleared that with them yet, but I'm sure
Am I
they'll.
playing on the same stage as Emmett?
What do you mean?
Like, am I gonna open for Emmett Chopet? Is that what you're telling me right now?
I'm sure I could make that happen.
I knew knowing you was gonna be very helpful in the future. Thank you for being my friend and thinking of me.
Mm-hmm. Of course.
Yeah.
All right, I'll see you tomorrow.
Okay. We'll discuss terms and all that later.
No
That's
worries,
fine.
no worries.
Shit, I'd almost do it for free now. He says,
Made this whole year.
talk about exposure.
Oh.
Damn.
Nice. Cool. All right, she'll disconnect.
Okay.
That was great. Who else? What else?
You were told that
You listen.
they're taking over the city too.
Zero's list.
Oh shit.
She was, what the fuck? The elves are taking over the city? She would say that out loud. Is Vay still standing there?
Yeah.
The elves are taking over Beacon?
What?
She would look at him. That's what County Crow said. He's in the elven section of Beacon? Dracon?
It's not cursed?
I guess not. I just talked to County Crows. He's there.
Okay. All right. You know it's cursed, right? Beacon. You know Lily and them are stuck there, right?
No.
Yeah, they can't get out.
Nobody's told me anything.
I'm sorry. Yeah, no, yeah, Lily and them are stuck there. They can't get out.
What do you mean they can't?
Lily
get
and
out?
Gordon and Zira, and they can't get out. They've got a portal open. Tuffy's got a portal open, a dimensional fold to the throne room, but they can't come back out. They can't leave Beacon. Did you know Rabbit was dead?
Yeah, I did know that.
So, yeah, all that's from there, I guess. There's some shit going on. I wish they wouldn't have left. Like, they kind of... Not this, you know what I mean? I don't know, it's weird. I understand. Lily said, it's our home, Bay. So, I guess they're planning on just breaking the curse or something. I don't know. But they might need some
Curse?
help.
What kind of curse? What?
Something about the mirror curse. It was broke somewhere else, but not there. I don't know what that
You're
meant.
joking, right?
No, I'm not. No, that's what's going on. They're all there. Talda's there. Mal's there. Zira's there. They're all there.
Mm.
And stop there.
Poor Eris, fucking walking around without a clue.
Nobody's told her
Sweet
anything.
baby.
That's why it happens.
Yeah, I know.
Nobody's told her shit.
Back to the
I'm
throne room.
aware.
So you're in the throne room, or the war room now.
So, Zero would say, she would be like, guys, if it has the eye,
As she's talking, you see her hair go from the black color to starts to turn white.
if he has the eye, then
It's like your hair just turned white. Everybody in the room kind of turns and looking at you.
Lily,
I'll step up to her.
Okay, cantrip had ended. For some reason, you're not sure why. You know that it has something to do with the hand.
yeah.
Okay.
Use a color cantrip.
Okay, change it again.
Yeah.
It changes.
If it has the eye, and we kill Steph, then it will take over. And then we have a lot more to deal with than just Steph. And also, if that happens, so like, from my understanding, the way it works is the hand goes one way and the eye goes another, and whoever comes to the completion of their goal, which is getting their body back, of course, the other will just go dead and stop working.
So you'll be without a hand.
Yeah, my hand will fall off. Thank goodness I have this bracelet, or these things I wouldn't be able to keep a hold of. She kind of looks like
You see him, glowing hatred eyes, you know, just huge. Gordon's like, yeah, that wouldn't be good.
just total transparency.
Mal's like, maybe you shouldn't go. If we are going, we have not decided on what to do. Will I be imprisoning this being? Or if so, what other layers can we place upon it to see that it cannot escape?
I could do a prismatic wall around. Just
Yes.
We could also maybe do, and she would look at Lily, some contingencies that if it tries to escape, then something happens.
yeah.
Or, you know what I mean, something like that.
Yeah. That's a good idea. Lily's gonna sit down at the
Don't-
table and pull out some books.
Don't think it would work that way.
No?
Lily's looking through her books.
Okay. There's no other mages in the room.
Nora.
She's a divinationist.
Spinster?
Yeah. I should. There's another mage in the room.
That's one she's never used.
It's in unearthed.
No wonder I keep
but-
fucking finding it.
Contingency is limited wish, I believe.
No.
No?
No.
No?
No.
There's
A limited
actions.
wish would work in the aspect of something like that.
That's what I was thinking.
But a contingency is not what you want right now. That will not work on what you're discussing.
Okay.
Okay.
But a limited wish would. The contingency is limited to a number of spells. There are certain spells that will go off like that, you know, that you can make something. But it's not every spell. It certainly wouldn't be a prismatic wall. I don't believe. Maybe. It would be like it, you know, so it's something that you place upon yourself usually, or on an item or something like. It's like if I'm attacked, this happens or whatever. You'd have to read the spell, but there is a cause for contingency, so it's probably not something we're gonna do now. But
There is.
Um,
It's similar to
so-
permanency.
Oh,
as
I
she's
didn't
sitting,
realize.
as she's sitting down and she's looking, you pass through your book and you see limited wish, and then you kind of go around and you start to look at the contingency spell, and you're finding it hard to concentrate. Something's watching over your shoulder, looking at your spell book, over your right shoulder. Turn around and there's nothing there. Roll an observation, Zira.
Yeah.
She like covers her book.
Okay.
Yeah.
You see this tentacle-like thing come out of Lily's head that is ethereal looking, and it looks like kind of like a plant. It goes like that, and then goes back up into her head, and she doesn't notice it. She just turns behind her, and it comes out over here like this, and kind of goes.
She doesn't want to freak her out.
Okay.
She's obviously already very jumpy.
Yeah,
She's
would-
over her book now.
Yeah, she would telepathy Gordon and be like, Gordon, did you see that?
I did.
What the fuck was that? There's something on her.
I'm talking to Alex right now.
I
Don't say anything
I'm not
yet.
going to. I don't want to freak her out.
You seem to be fine right now, other than the fact that you're slightly distracted. Currently, any roll that you make will be at a -2. Whether it be strength, dex, intelligence, whether it be a proficiency check, whether it be a to hit, whether it be a saving throw, whatever it might be, you're at a -2.
Okay.
And you feel like something is watching you, something is right on top of you.
Just sit up and slam her book shut.
Okay. Tatala kind of looks at you. She's like, "Are you okay?"
That thing is watching me. I can feel it.
Alex comes walking in, and he walks up to the table across from you. And he's like, "Lily, can you come back here to the infirmary and let's take a look?" Yes. Takes you back there.
Puts her book up.
Do you have any elementals or anything right now that will protect you if you're harmed?
No, I told him to watch everybody in that room.
So when you're in the infirmary, the dogs, yeah. So
No, they're for Alex now.
he asked you to lay down on the table that's in there. There's several tables they have in there with like beds, basically. He asked you to lay down.
Okay.
He's like, accept my spell.
Okay.
Rizio.
Rizio.
She kind of looks up. Okay.
Yes, you have to tell the familiar separate.
He casts a spell. You go into suspended animation. And then he walks into the other room and he's like, Gordon, Zira, could you come here?
She won't.
Can you leave them?
Stay.
He looks over where the door is and you see him hold up his hand and you see this barrier go up between the room, the other room, and in here, and you can't hear any sound from in there anymore. And he turns and looks at you and you see Lily unconscious laying on the table.
What's going on, Alex?
She has a spell on her. Something that's in her mind attached to her. I don't know what it is. I've never seen anything like this. Do you have true sight?
She does. She has a gem in her pocket.
He kind of looks at her body for a second and he's like, I don't know what to touch and what not to currently. I don't know what's causing this. It could be the hat. I don't know.
And you can't. The only thing that you can see on her.
Yeah,
is
it's true. Yeah, no,
Gorgane's
she's a
charm.
barbarian right now. All you can see is Gorgane's thing, so you can't get to any of her equipment.
And a long sword.
Yeah, and the longsword. She's
Mm.
out. Two priests walk up and one bows to you and the other bows slightly and goes to Alex and says, it's tracking her mind somehow. It's inside of her head. It will only get worse. It will eventually drive her insane. He's like, well, how do we get rid of it? And the other priest goes, I have been divinating on that, High Priest, and I think it is the source of the spell. We have to break it at its source. And Alex is like, okay, let's find the source. They nod. They go back off to the side and start divinating again. He turns and looks at you. He's like, I didn't want to freak Lily out. I didn't know if it was we were all in danger. I can release this animation on you, the suspended animation. What do we tell her? You know. It will eventually drive her insane, but we must try to find out what the source is. Do we do that and stop it here? Keep her suspended until we find that answer? Or do we wake her up? I mean, you know, we're in the city. This is not the most secure location.
It's not, especially for her.
If something happened, I would
without
awake her. I would
defense.
awaken her if something happened. Like, I could not be responsible for her being
Right.
unconscious. She's the only mage we have right now. Against a lich.
Yeah.
We have to have her.
We do. I don't want her to lose her mind though. Like, is there anything?
You hear, ah! And you look over and you see one of the priests holding his head, the divinationist, and he's going in circles holding his head. He drops to his knees. The other priests come around him, and Alex moves over that way. And he's like, it's watching me. It's watching me. It sees me. Alex walks over and touches him, and he goes unconscious, and they catch him, take him to the table.
So she told Zira about her vision with the tentacles and all that,
She did.
right?
She did.
And I know that the book that's sitting out on that table is connected to all that, right?
Mhm.
So she'd say to Alex, what about that book that's out there that's connected to all this? I wonder if that... I
He
don't
kinda-
know. I don't know.
He kind of walks away from the priest, and he's like, something is wrong with him too. It's mental as well. Do not divinate again on this subject. And he looks at them all, and they're all like, very well. Gordon's like, wake her.
Absolutely.
And Alex is like, are you sure? He's like, yes, wake her.
At least give her the choice.
We gotta tell her.
At least give her the choice.
Alex nods and waves his hand. The magic dissipates. Okay, Lily, you're sitting there, and then you realize you passed out or something. You're not sure what happened. You look up. Gordon and Zira are standing over you with Alex. You look around the room, see a priest on a bed that wasn't before. Gordon says, something has attached itself to your brain, to your mind. It will only get worse, and it will drive you insane. He looks at Alex, and Alex goes, yes, Gordon is right. I put you into suspended animation because we weren't sure what to do. Gordon says, there was a tentacle that came out of our head.
Yeah,
An ethereal tentacle.
I saw it
Looked like
too.
a plant or something. Alex goes, Gordon's like, you have a choice. We're not going to leave you unconscious. This is up to you what you want to do. This is not the most secure location to be having you unconscious.
Right.
You still feel like something's watching.
And the more time that passes, the worse this will get. So eventually...
Alex says, or something is protecting you from it. You know, Alex says maybe something is protecting you from it because he looks over. My priest just divinated on what the source is of this, and he went insane.
It's my hat.
Take it off. If it's your hat, take it off.
No, it's my hat that's protecting me.
Oh.
It's probably the only thing that could protect me. I probably would already be like Ripley.
You think he turns and looks over at her body, and then he looks back at Zira. He's like, you think this is all connected?
I do.
That book,
Oh, yeah.
That's inside the book. It's the same thing that she said that she saw from her vision, what Ripley had written in there. It's the same thing.
Identical. Should destroy that book.
For sure. I agree.
What if the answers are in it? What if we destroy it and she doesn't come back? Or he doesn't come back? What if the answers are in that book?
The book was what drove her insane. Or maybe
How long did it take?
the book connected.
I'll pull out the journal and look.
It's in the other room.
The journal? Not the
Oh, no,
not
yeah.
the end book, but her journal.
Okay.
When she started writing about
Yeah.
it to where she went insane. Is your dates or anything?
Yeah, it was about 45 days.
She'll tell me that about 45 days according to this. Do you wanna look?
Yes.
Hand it to him.
He looks it over, and then looks in the back and sees those, and he's
Multiple different kinds of handwriting. It's all very strange.
I normally have Alexandria to talk to about these things. She would know what to do.
Yeah.
I don't know what to do. I'm just being honest with you. I'm not sure how to go about this. If our divinations are cut off from it, then we have to just figure it out.
What about my orb?
What about it?
The orb of the Grand Eternals is connected to your goddess, to Velia. I wonder, it's an artifact. I wonder if it would work any better.
It might. It might.
But I'm the only one that can use it. I think. Hold on. She'll let the bag come out
Okay.
and pull it. It's in the closet.
Okay.
She'll pull it out and hand it to Alex. I don't think anybody else can use it.
He
But
takes it, kind of looks at it. He's like, I know what these are, but I don't think I can. Unless you die. Pulls it open and looks at it, and it just looks like a black orb. It's not swirling, no eye, nothing. Do we have to hold it in your hand?
Yeah.
Takes the cloth off very slowly. It's not doing anything. He just looks at it. I can't use this.
I didn't think so.
I don't have the
It's worth a
ability.
try.
So
I'm not a mage.
is it just
I'm a necromancer, he says.
My concern with it is that it's connected to, also connected to whatever this is.
Why do you think that?
Well, because prior it was full of dragons. I haven't used it since the switch.
Then it would be a dwarven deity.
I wonder if it'd be heaven.
No, he is not a deity.
Oh, that's right. It's just
He's just a king.
Mm.
But it could be one of the dwarven deities. Can you try to use it, or can you not use it?
no, I can't.
Okay.
She'll grab it with her other hand.
Okay. Starts to light up, and you realize that your conjuration summoning will not allow you to divinate on this orb, to use this orb as a divination tool. You realize you're going to have to drop your class to do this. You would have to just become a magic user.
Mm.
You're not going to lose any levels. Nothing like that will happen. But you'll lose your spells. Like, you won't get a bonus conjuration. You won't get bonus conjures.
It means that all my current summons will go away.
Yes, it does.
I'll tell him that. I'll start telling him.
So you stop using it when you say that.
Yeah, I'll put it
And you
back
kind
in
of
the
look at him.
cloth.
You're like, if I do this,
Yeah, if I do this, it takes away all of my special abilities that I have worked so hard for. And that means that all of the summons that I currently have will disappear. And I will not be able to summon. It means all my spells will be gone.
Gordon kind of goes like this.
I'll have to start from scratch.
You see Miranda come out of Gordon. If you are willing, I will help you. Oh no, not that way, dear.
What way?
I might be able to drive what is inside you out. And I could probably help you use the orb.
Okay.
You would have to be willing to let me meld with you. You can see Gordon's really uncomfortable. He's kind of like looking down, like it bothers him a little bit. And she doesn't seem to be bothered by it.
Gordon, are you okay?
Yeah, it's what needs to be done. I think she can help you. Please hurry. And he looks at her and she's like, of course. He looks at you.
Rizil. Don't hurt her. This is Miranda. You remember Miranda?
Nods her head like that.
She's gonna help us, okay?
Are you ready? It could be quite shocking if I would put the orb down.
I'm gonna hand it to somebody.
Gordon like does that.
It's in the claw.
Right,
I'll
he'll
tie
hold it.
up.
She enters into your body as soon as you hand it to him. She goes, and you feel her come in, and it's a battle. Like, you do not want this thing inside of you. What the fuck is going on? You get saved over spells, mind affecting. Do it at a -2 because of what's going on with you.
Oh, it says I'm immune to mind affecting.
I know.
So 3, so minus what?
So you're immune to mind affecting because of
the hat.
the hat. Yeah,
But I gave her permission.
still doesn't work. It throws her out of you. She kind of steps back and you see electricity kind of come between you. You
I'm
realize
so
the hat
sorry.
kept it from happening. I forgot. Normally, like, there's certain levels of mind affecting protection. We've discussed this before. Yeah, that protects you from this. She can't come in you.
I'll tell her I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
But it's all right.
It's
Are you
my-
okay?
It's my hat. The hat's probably the only reason that I'm not completely taken over.
And she looks at Gordon, and Gordon's like, well, then we can't let you take the hat off.
Alex, will you-
He goes like this, and you see Miranda just kind of smile at you and go back into him. You see his eyes turn this blue color.
Thank you for trying.
Of course, you hear Gordon say, but Miranda says it too. Of course, of course. Alex is like, I don't know.
So,
It sounds like you must sacrifice to get the answers. But you could get the answers from that orb, couldn't you? I know these orbs, they're attached to prophecy. It will come from the dwarves. Question is which one? Which dwarven god will it be? He looks over and says, I need you to divinate on which dwarven god is connected to this orb. Yes, I priest. He goes over and starts doing it. Miranda can't do it, then I'm not quite sure. There has to be another way, Alex says.
Zero will be like, guys, I have an idea. So it's connected to her brain, right?
Yes.
So, and you're the master necromancer, and she'd look at Alex, so correct me if I'm wrong, but what if we were to take, for example, one of those abominations, and I can polymorph it into Lily, and then we could take her soul and put it into the zombie body. Then it would be Lily, right? Would that work? And then it wouldn't be connected to her mind anymore.
It would.
And she would still have her mage abilities and all of that.
It would be connected to the mind of her old body.
What do you guys think?
So, it would require spirit as well. not just the soul.
Okay.
The soul would be easy. We can get the soul. Gordon's like, yeah, I could stab her with a arrow and pop it into a gem and hand it to you. Not like I haven't shot you before. This time, at least, it would be for a decent cause or a better cause. Or maybe it was last time too, I don't remember. Anyway, that's up to Lily whether or not she wants to try to do something like that. Miranda says that she can guide the spirit to the body as well. Alex is like, oh,
So
this could work. And if that would help, then maybe we could get the others as well.
I have 3.
That would also mean it would reset this orb so that somebody that deserves it could actually use it, right? Because the thing is it's connected to me until I die.
I don't think that would
Do it.
be dying.
She would look at Alex and be like, I only have 2 polymorph undead in memory. I was hoping to save one of them for Steph.
I can use the polymorph undead.
Okay.
It is an excellent idea, Zira.
Thank you.
You truly have become a necromancer. I commend your idea.
Thank you.
But, again, it is up to Lily whether she wants to be transferred to I suppose it's her body.
It will be.
If she uses that spell, it will be your body. It will no longer be an undead.
It's up to you.
Does the undead... Yeah, you have it controlled, so yeah, this could work.
Let's do it.
She'll walk over to the door.
He goes like that, and he goes... Everybody out there kind of looking to Talda's like, is everything okay?
I think so. I think we've got an idea. She'll call her on bed. Come here.
All of them?
Uh-huh.
They come. They come up to you.
I will. Sorry.
They come in.
She'll make him come in. Tell him to stand in a line.
They do. He closes the door again. Just, you see it kind of...
I'll use the hat to change back into my original self. And make sure the hat's not part of my hair anymore.
Okay. The hat appears.
And then that way I can take all my items.
Yeah.
Brazil, you been listening to all this?
Yes.
You okay?
Yes. You're not going to die, right?
They're gonna put
Because
my
if you
soul-
die, I will die.
I don't know. Actually, yeah, that will affect her. Would it?
Alex is like,
Unless I release her.
she will be connected to you no matter where you are. But if your physical body is harmed in any way, she will take damage. Pulling your soul will not cause damage, but pulling your spirit will. The body will die. Your spirit would have to jump from one body to the other. Instantaneously, almost, before it took place. I still think it's doable without harming Razine. The other option is you could release her and call her again.
And she'll just stay here, like she's not gonna disappear.
She looks at you, she's like, no, I'll stay here.
Okay. do that.
Has it been over a year, Alex says, since you summoned her?
Oh, yeah.
Then you're fine.
Yeah. It's been like
And you have the spell.
2 years. I don't have it in my book. I don't have it in memory. Should I memorize it now? Before all this starts?
Probably.
She'll pull out the book from her dad.
Okay.
Do Thor's time familiar.
All right. Can you memorize it?
Yeah.
It's been long enough that you realize you could replenish all your spells. The Ring of Rest enables that to take place. It's been longer than 8 hours.
Nice.
So
Okay. I'll do that
you
at the
slept
same
2
time.
and then it does it immediately. So yeah, it's like you had an 8-hour rest. So yeah, you can do that. But you'll be -1 first level spell if you cast it, of course. You know,
But it's a conjuration something. So.
yeah, very good. So, he does mention that he believes that this can be done, but it must be done quickly. Like, there is a chance if it's not done quickly that she could die.
Brazil?
Yeah. If we don't do it quickly, he says it has to be quickly. So your spirit has to know where to go immediately. Miranda kind of comes out of Gordon just a little bit, the eyes change and the lips, and she says, I will guide you, Debbie. You must look for me.
Okay. I'll be ready.
So are you gonna release Reseal first?
So she comes out of Gordon again, and Gordon just, you can tell
It's uncomfortable.
he does not like it. He does that.
I want to be naked, huh?
Yeah, it's like he's like gets anxiety. You can tell he's just like. She kind of looks at him. She's like, "It will be fine." He's like, "I know." You see Gorgain at the door, and he's looking in there.
Even though the thing is there.
Yeah, and then you see Mal kind of behind you.
Look at Alex.
He lowers it. Gorgain comes in. What's going on? Enough of this secrecy.
Hold on. Calm down.
Mal's like, "Yes. What's happening? Is everything okay?"
I'll wait for Alex to put it back up.
He puts it back up.
We have a plan.
You hear or you feel that someone's listening right over your shoulder again, and this time it's on the left side. You're listening. She turns. There's no one there. You see this 2 tentacles come out the back of her head that are ethereal-like, and they go. You see him turn and face you guys like. And then you see a third one go.
We need to stop talking about it.
And they look at all of you, and Lily's standing there. She doesn't see them or anything, but you feel like you're very paranoid. There's something here. It's here. It's here right now. You look over at the body that's dead or that's unconscious, and you think it could be laying in that body right now, listening to all of this, or that body over there. And you look over at Ripley. It could be in both of those bodies listening to us.
She'll say that.
Okay.
We have to stop talking. Gorgain.
They go back in. Gorg's like, "You've got something in your head."
Yeah.
We know. That's what we're working on right now, Gorg. We need to stop talking about it, though. We need to do it.
And you just have to trust us, okay?
We're doing everything we can.
He pulls his sword out and just kind of looks around the room.
Okay, Brazil. I love you. So, should I polymorph it first?
You feel an empathy from her of fear and concern. What?
She would say to Alex, should I polymorph it first before we do this?
Yes, we'll need the body first. Yes.
Will I still have control of it until Lily goes in? What's going to happen with that?
You will still have control of it, yes.
Okay. Okay. She'll walk over to it.
Okay. He says it would be better to put it on the bed.
She'll
Alex
tell
is.
it.
Okay,
Lay down.
goes over, lays down.
Hey Mal. Sorry. Hey Mal.
Yes.
Remember that, like, prison thing you were talking about? If you did that to Razil and our connection got broke, would it keep her here? So that I can recall her? She's scared of being ripped from me.
Will you be taken from this place? Mal says to her. She's like, well, do not worry.
Okay.
I mean, we could put her in a cage. And you see her kind of frown and move back into your hair, like, what the fuck?
Okay.
You know, just to help.
Yeah.
Not because we're trying to cage you. But she still doesn't like that. You can feel it.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. We're gonna be okay. Razil, I promise. I will. If something happens, I will find you. I know your true name. Yes. Okay. I'll find you.
What do you do with the orb? It's still in your hand.
I'm gonna hand it to. I'm just gonna hold it out and be like, somebody needs to take this. And just put it in the fucking.
Alex looks at you. He's like,
It's
Take
wrapped
it.
up.
Yeah, she'll take it. She'll walk up to the undead that's laying on the table and cast one undead on it. Make it.
do you tell it to accept the spell?
I do,
or-
yeah. That's
okay.
what I was. Sorry, I forgot to say it. Tell it, accept the spell.
Okay. And you cast Primorph Undead on it?
Yep.
And change it into Lily?
Yep.
Lily appears. Still has the same equipment on it that it had over, you know, so it's inside of a bunch of armor.
Oh,
She's kind of like
goodness.
real tiny inside of a bunch of armor. And she looks up at you with these orange eyes like,
The eyes stay.
you see they're still there.
So she would look at Alex and be like, is there something else?
That's interesting.
What?
What?
Alex?
Did you change the eyes?
I tried to just do it just like Lily.
I think you need to take it out of her.
What do you mean?
Suck the soul and the spirit out of her. Or one of them, I'm not sure.
My blade doesn't do that anymore since it's not a
So
Mira.
normally the spirit, you know, that would be it. It's conscious, Zira. It has a soul.
What?
He turns and looks at the other two, and they're just standing there, just kind of like, he's like, yeah, they have souls.
What the fuck?
He walks up to it. He's
I didn't know.
so, and he turns back to you and says, now we get into a state of understanding where we have gone from one scale to the other. In the past, you were so upset with me for using necromancy and bringing back the minions that were with us. The followers that you had, the henchmen.
Mhm.
That was in an attempt to save it. Its spirit was there, not its soul. That went to the final resting place. This has a soul. I have never seen that in undead unless they are liches or greater, vampires, things of that nature.
Is it the same soul from when it was alive?
I do not know the answer to that question. Divinate on that, and you see one of them divinate.
What the fuck? It was a good idea until
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
So maybe we should send it to its final resting place. Like release it from the body. Is that possible?
Oh, yes.
I know how to do that.
Gordon's like, yeah. Pulls an arrow off, and he's like, but that would damage the body, so.
It would.
Damage it a little bit. We could heal it, right? He's like, yes, we could. The thing looks at Gordon like, you see the other two go look at each other. And then turn and look back at the other one, and then at you. Gordon's like, you got them, right?
Yeah. I'll feel, do I?
Yeah.
It feels like I do. I've never seen him do that before.
Your wrist gets grabbed by the one on the table, and he just looks at you. Doesn't hurt you, just like pleading with you. Alex says, I think he's asking for us to release him. I think he agrees with you.
Do you want to be released?
It just squeezes you a little bit.
Alright, let's do it.
He lets go of you. You see its eyes are still orange, but they dim down a little. The hand,
Yeah.
you can feel the room being looked at by the eye. From a corner, you like feel where it's coming from, and you look up and you
She'll look at it.
You
She'll
don't
look
see
right
anything.
at it.
You don't see anything, but
The priestess looking at us. She'll say it out loud.
Gordon takes a blind shot in that direction, and Alex casts a dispel magic. Gordon's arrow disappears, and when he fires it, Miranda's not in him. So when he fires it, it's just an arrow, and it goes into space, like it just disappears.
Like it would in a
Like
with the mirrors.
through a portal or a mirror or something
Mirrors.
like that, and then Alex dispels magic. Is it still there? You don't feel it looking at you anymore.
I don't feel it.
Gordon goes, did I hit him? Did I hit it?
I don't know. I don't know. What kind of arrow was that? She would look at him.
You would have done the job.
Okay.
You would have done some serious damage to it. Maybe now's the time to go after it, if it's been hurt.
Oh, goodness.
Alex is like, we have too much going on for you guys to just go after
We
this.
need to fix Lily.
We need to put up some more protections,
We do.
Alex says. And he starts talking to his priest. He moves away. He says, give me one moment. And tells him a couple things. They start casting and putting up glyphs of warding and ruins and some other things. And Alex comes back. He's like, okay. The hand says to you,
He is here.
And the key?
No. He is here.
He. The other you?
No.
Koss?
Yes.
Guys, Koss is here, she would say. She would say it out loud.
they kind of ready, like, what the
That's what he just told me.
He says,
Not in this room. But he is in the keep.
He's in the keep.
you reach out and feel with the hand. It lets you know, and you can feel up above you somewhere. You can feel it.
I think he's up top.
Alex is like, we need to get this done.
We need to get Lily fast. Come on.
And
Let's do this.
Gordon at this point, he's like, are you sure you want to do this now? He draws another arrow and goes invisible.
Should we wait?
Mouth goes. He says, I'm still in the room, Gordon says.
I'll continue to feel and see if is it coming closer.
No.
Okay,
Not a chance. He goes over and stands right over your body that you're in right now, and he's like, and he looks kind of confused for a second, like at the other body, and Alex walks over and casts a spell and touches this stone to the chest of your undead, and you see its eyes go dead. Then you see him go green,
Okay.
bright green. You see Alex kind of close the eyes and takes the gem, hands it to you.
Release Rizil.
It's not my responsibility.
I'll take it. How do I
You release Rizil,
put the gem in my pocket?
you lose 2 levels. And you see Lily go. Some blood coughs up out of her mouth under her hand.
Okay, let's do it. Let's do it.
You take 2d4 plus whatever your constitution is.
Is your cloak magical? What she would say?
Do you understand?
Can I?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's do this real quick, and then we'll.
Do I need to figure that out?
Yeah, roll 2d4, and then what's your constitution?
20.
Oh, it's plus 2 then, because you're mage. So 2d4 plus 4 damage.
2, 5,
Plus 4. 9.
9.
Take 9 hit points.
Okay.
Mark them off your sheet. Do you understand
I
why?
do.
Okay.
That's my baby.
And it may not be the same number when you get it back. Do you understand?
I do.
So you also will take whatever hit points that she had given you on top of that, which was how many? 32 or something crazy?
I'll tell you. Give me just a second. 12.
12?
She has 12, yeah.
So you took a total of 21 hit points. She coughs again, and this time, quite a bit of blood comes out of her mouth. And she looks dizzy a little bit, but she seems to catch herself. Gorgane's like, "Are you all right?"
I am. What
You
did
see this pseudo dragon come out from her hair and fly over to the other body.
We need to do this.
Let's do this. You guys ready?
Yeah.
She'll walk over and start taking the armor, I guess, off the other body, or I'll just wait.
Okay.
I'll just let her do it. Should I?
You can.
Ah. Yeah, because Lily can't. She's made. She can't function in full play, so she will. She'll start taking the armor off the other body.
When you do that, Gordon kind of turns his back, or he's invisible, you can't see him. Gorgane would turn his back, and while you're doing that, just kind of look around the room. Alex doesn't turn his back.
It's pretty.
Yeah, he doesn't. He doesn't even. You can tell it doesn't even cross his mind. He's going to see Lily naked. It doesn't.
Yeah, it didn't even cross Sierra's mind.
You get all the armor and the weapon, broadsword off of him.
Can you see your cloak, Lily?
The undead, at this point, they're just kind of they turn and look at each other one more time at the end of that. They're like,
Realizing they're gonna get released, probably.
and they turn and look back at you again, both of them.
With hatred?
No.
No. Goodness. She would take Lily's cloak and kind of put it over her body so that
Okay.
she has something to cover
Okay.
up with when she wakes up.
You start getting her other equipment off the body.
Mm-mm.
No,
No.
'cause she's still awake.
Let's just do it.
No, she said she would give it to her.
Okay.
Let's do this. Come on.
Alex walks up and says, "Accept my spell, my dear, and follow the ghost."
I look at Miranda.
She comes through Alex, like through his body, right up to your face. And he casts a spell. You accept it,
I do.
your soul is sucked from your body.
Stay focused on Miranda.
You feel yourself ripping and just dead, like nothingness, blackness, and then you kind of feel like you come to for a second, and you see this terrifying young ghost female. It terrifies you at first. You're like, "What the?" And she's like, "It is Miranda. Follow." And you realize your spirit's being held, your hand's being held. And she forces you over to where this other body is that you go into. He then places the gem on her. You don't see the spiritual activity going on with the ghosts, the
right.
spirits. But as soon as he does that, he just turns over like this and just touches the other body with it as quickly as he can and casts a spell. After he casts the spell, then you see there's like a spell waiting in his hand, and he touches her. I need a system shock.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty high, 99, right?
It is 99. Resurrection 100.
Okay.
48.
System shock's made. Resurrection survival.
I love how when it's something like that,
73.
even
No,
if
that's
you're at 99,
that's a
100,
that's a PC killer.
it is.
It is.
It
She would have been
is.
dead.
That's it.
That would have been.
Besides like a wish or an alter reality.
Yeah, who
right?
knows? Yeah, who knows?
My
Even
fucking
then.
heart is.
So Lily, you die and are reborn again back into your body. You open your eyes. You realize you're naked with a cloak on. You remember exactly what happened. You remember everything that took
I'll
place.
start pulling her equipment off of her.
Raziel
I cast
is
as soon as I
touching
wake
you.
up.
She's touching you, and it feels odd
Yeah.
because you can't feel her.
Find familiar.
Okay.
Before I even sit up.
She accepts it, and you're joined again. She will give you 12 hit points back.
Okay.
I need you to roll 2 4-siders and add 4.
Okay.
Can I start pulling her equipment off her old body and giving it
Yeah.
to her?
Yeah.
3 and 4.
7,
plus
8, 9.
4. You said
No.
plus 4.
It would have been 2. Sorry. Been 2. Wait, no, 4. 11. My bad. 11. So you get 11 more hit points and 12 more, so 23, right? So you lost 21 and got 23 back, so it actually
Nice,
helped
it
you.
gave me more
Nice.
points.
I got 2 extra hit points.
Nice.
Cool. Which might seem immaterial, but I remember a time that she survived an entire battle with 2 hit points.
Yeah. The time that she fell from
With
the
her-
ceiling
Yeah.
onto the trap and was
Yeah.
stuck on it and
Yeah.
couldn't get off and was
And,
bleeding to
Her
death.
leg was.
But she was still
fucking-
casting and still, yeah, still or doing whatever she was doing. I don't remember what it was, but it was great. Okay, so you survive into the new body. You do not feel whatever that was on you anymore. It's gone.
We need to get some
As soon as I
protections
get
on her.
Raziel, I jump up and put on the hat.
Okay. So you see her there. She doesn't even get the cloak. She just jumps up naked and puts the hat on. Then she reaches out her hands to get the rest of the equipment from you and starts putting it on. There's got to be a piece of artwork done by a fan or somebody of a naked wood elf, red flaming hair and green eyes, with a gray wizard's hat on. Come on, I know you're out there. You can do it. We could do it, but we don't have time to do it.
With a 22 coupling.
22 companies, yeah. Really,
Just saying.
Thistlebriar. The hat gets put on, saves you pretty much from any mental shit, as before. You know all that, so you know everything about what you just did because everything as you put it on happens. I'm trying to think if there's anything. So any spells that you had placed on yourself as protection,
The only thing
negative
I
plane
had-
protection, whatever, anything,
The only thing I had going was a safeguarding spell.
it's gone.
And Alex put word of recalls on us.
And the 3 spells that he put on you are gone too. He pulls out some scrolls and starts casting on you again. This is gonna help you.
Thank you. Should I keep putting her shit on?
Okay.
Just like I feel like we're fixing to be attacked.
Is Koss still where he was?
Yeah, you feel it still up there.
It hasn't moved, you guys. It's still
About
up
that
there.
point, you feel it move.
Mm.
And it's away,
It's moving away.
like back towards the city.
Maybe it was counting on getting us while I was down. No ego there.
So you're feeling pretty proud of herself. I think that was a good idea. It seems
She'll-
to have worked
So
out.
as soon as she gets dressed and gets all of her shit on, the first thing she's gonna do is grab Zero and
Give her a
just
big hug.
squeeze the shit
Oh,
out of her. Oh, my dear
Dearest.
sister, I've missed you.
I'm glad you're okay.
Is Whitney
Uh-oh.
okay?
I don't like that
Yeah.
look. That look. Damn it. No. What?
There's nothing.
Oh, you shit.
Okay.
I feel like the other shoe is
It
about
is,
to
because it
drop.
is, because it is. I can feel it too.
Alex looks at you and he says,
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. I only
guys-
have one polymorph dead left, but I can have them accept spells.
you have him lay down and you have one. He'll use, actually, he'll use these two. He'll do these two.
Okay.
Actually, he'll hand them to you. 2 scrolls. He hands them to you.
I'll take 'em.
And then he'll hand you a third one.
I'll change. One of them's into Ripley and one of them's into this other guy,
Okay?
right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, she'll do that.
They do the same thing. Like they watch you and like they're asking you to do it.
Yeah.
You can tell now that they have souls. I mean, you can feel that they're beings.
So, like, I wonder. Oh, she would say to Alex. So, do the Juju zombies have souls?
No.
So when I evolve them, it
No.
pulls their soul back from their final resting place.
Evidently. What'd you say?
So if the Juju zombies don't have souls, that means that when they're evolved, their soul gets pulled back from their final resting place.
Evidently. That's pretty harsh.
Yes.
Your hand says to you,
Question is whether they deserve it. They do not deserve life. But do they deserve death? Shall I tell you the evils that they did? Do you want the full picture of what you summoned? The most vile of all things must come into the evolved. Perhaps you gave hell or the abyss even more fuel for their fire. Question is, releasing them was either a good or an evil act, or it was neutral. Is it your responsibility to judge the dead? So that you may judge the living? Someone was coming from behind your zombies would have eaten them. A distinct judgment, I would say.
She is
Powerful power's sake. That is what you see. That is the wave that you ride, whether you admit it or not. What you grow a conscience now. Now, did you know? They have a soul. Now you're special. It is not your judgment that should be given to the living or the dead. If that is your answer. No, I think your answer is your judgment comes to living those that dare cross the line to cause you harm or destroy those you love. But most specifically to help you stay alive. Both that is the greater treasure, is it not? You can still release me. All it takes is a blade, and there is a chance that you can cut me from your arm. we can continue to ruin in our essence together. Do not become moral on me now. We are getting so close to knowing one another.
Oh, goodness.
While it's telling you this, we're going to backtrack just a little bit, Lily. You're putting on the clothes and everything, and Raziel's connected to you, and she's happy, kind of going around your neck. And Gordon says, I feel like we are just sitting ducks. We need to get this together and figure out what we're going to do.
We do.
Now that you're back, Lily, we need to keep you protected. Why is it her that's being the one that has to be protected? Is it because she's a mage?
No. It's because of, you know how I've always had those dreams that come true?
Mm-hmm.
I guess if that's called being a seer.
I have heard that. Green eyes, usually. And he just looks at you and says, yes. Even amongst the Vulcan, those with green eyes are seers.
So I fell asleep without my hat on at the Citadel, and I had that dream.
You saving it versus spells,
Yeah.
or versus paralyzation.
Wait.
Add a -6, please.
Yeah.
As you're telling the story.
Mm.
Reads 12 or above, right? Am I right about that? I think I am.
Mind affecting? No, just spells. Paralyzation?
No, paralyzation. Saving it versus paralyzation. No, yeah, paralyzation. Yeah,
Okay, and I do have the hat on.
you do.
Okay.
That's why it's -6
Okay.
and not what it would be.
So if I'm going to use my luck points, do I have to call it before
No,
I
you can
roll?
call it at any time with the dragonfly.
After I roll?
At any time.
Okay. So I'm at a 12.
Okay.
Fuck.
What'd you roll?
5.
So if you added 2, that'd be a 7.
Yeah.
And it still wouldn't make it, so you don't add it.
No.
Okay.
God.
Nothing happens. Nothing happens abnormal, but you feel like something's watching you. Like when you talk about it, it's more like this. It's more like when you start to talk about it, you say, you're like, the same thing you thought when you stopped is the same thing that happens to you. It's like, better not talk about this. Something could happen. That's what you thought, right?
Yeah, because she stopped.
That's what you think, and that's all that happens. You're not aware of any tomfoolery or anything.
Yeah.
That's it. And Gordon's like, oh, so it connected to you from your dream. It's a prophetic dream. So,
Which means it's probably going to continue to try to connect. Like, I'm scared to talk about it.
you put protections on her, Alex? And he's like, yes, I put everything that I could on her. Everything I could think of. None of them have gone off, he says. They're still there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and you feel the spells on you. You seem to be protecting your mind.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Anyway, he starts to go and do the other 2 to try to bring them back.
Am I done talking to the hand at that point?
Right about there is when the hand stops talking to you. Same process.
Yeah. I've got the 2 scrolls. Go, cast them.
You guys got a players there for me?
Oh.
Look up a 16 Constitution, or 16 Constitution for me, and tell me what the system shock is. I rolled a 97 on the priest. Thank you for your help, by the way. Normal DMs would just do that themselves, but I think you guys can do it for me while I'm doing this. I'll do the other one too. Ripley's fine.
Constitution.
I'm trying, I'm sorry.
Better.
What do you want me to look up?
16 Constitution with the system shock.
95.
So he missed. He's dead. The priest dies.
Aww.
Gordon will immediately say, "There's a thing over his body. I'm seeing it with true sight." You see Alex looks over there. If you have true sight, you see it.
I don't.
Okay.
I'll use the gem.
You're gonna use the gem? Okay. You look up at it and it looks like an ethereal type mist with like tentacles that come off of it. 3 or 4 tentacles come off of it, and then one disappears and another one appears somewhere else. It's just kind of floating there, and then you see it just almost disappear, and then it appears back again. And he's like, "Do you see it?"
I do.
Alex is like, "Yes, I see it." He steps forward with his holy symbol and casts a spell. I don't need initiatives or anything on this situation, by the way. He casts a spell, and it hits it, and as you're looking at it, it has no effect at all. And this was a powerful spell, and you see Alex kind of step back a little bit when it doesn't work. You see Gordon appear, and then his eyes glow blue, and he just stands there staring at it, and you see it go. Mist fades away, and then Gordon goes, "Be gone." And you hear Miranda's voice behind his, "Be gone." Gordon says, "We could not have done that inside of somebody's brain. Psionics work against it."
Mm.
See Gordon turn and look over at Ripley, who Alex is had been working on when all this happened, and Ripley's sitting up awake, and she's got a cloak around her, she kind of rolls her feet up like that onto the cold floor. She kind of holds her head down there for a second and just kind of rocks for a minute.
Look at her old body
It's done. It's just sitting there.
with the true sight.
Little thing floating right above it.
I tell Gordon, "Hey Gordon."
He turns and looks over at that body from looking from her. He's like, "Yep, I see it." And his eyes turn blue again. He stops again. His eyes turn blue again. And it does the same thing. And he says, "Be gone." And so does Miranda, just like last time. "Be gone." And then he looks back over at you, and he just looks around the room. He starts looking all around the room.
What about my old body?
He looks at it. He's like, "There's nothing there."
How can we even fight something we can't see?
Or something that's right on top of you is what you're thinking. You're like, "It's on me. It's listening and watching me." That's what you said. That's what you think. I don't know if you say it, but
Yeah, she would.
did it go back in you?
I still feel like it's on me. Like I
Alex is like, "It went
feel
back
like
in you."
I'm being watched.
Fuck. Gordon kind of looks at you. He's like, "I cannot do anything if it is in her. It could hurt her. I don't want to do that. But is it in you?"
I don't know.
Alex was like, You feel the same. You feel paranoid. You feel like it's watching you.
I do.
Does
And
anyone else feel like
I
that?
would advise everyone
And Mal's like,
to not talk about it.
I feel that way. He raises his hand.
Do I? I'm good, right?
I don't know. Do you? Do you feel that way?
No.
No.
What the fuck? No.
Alex is like, so we have to do it again? I'm not. After that, and he kind of turns and he points. He says, after losing him, I don't want to try this again. We could lose you, obviously. You could not come back to us.
And if it's psychically connected to me, I don't think it's going to matter how many times we change bodies.
We have to stop the spell at its source, is what the divination said.
What does that even mean? Where's the source? What?
He stops and he goes, easy what you talk about. I think we know what the source is, or Lily knows what the source is.
Mm-hmm.
We don't need to discuss it.
I do have my mind bar invoked,
Yeah.
just so you know.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Not that
Yeah.
I don't know if that would help one past your fucking hats and I don't want junkie.
Right.
I can't talk about it anymore, guys.
I understand, Alex says. So we let it take its course as far as we can, and then we do it again. That is the only answer to save you, continue to save you. He looks over at Zira. He's like, you can do that with any undead.
I can't.
But we have none here now. I suggest we get some through the portal.
How? I can't go back through and tell him.
That's easy enough.
Okay.
Go tell them to have Tuffy come and he can turn some
Okay. Yeah, she will.
and send them through, or one of the priests can try. It's there.
Okay. Sure.
He opens the door. He leaves it open at this point and lets you go out, and the sound can come from the other room. You can hear everybody in there.
Lily'll get up and go out there.
Okay.
Go back in the circle.
Okay. Quickly.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. She runs to the circle from the other room.
Yeah, I bet she does.
A few moments later, Ripley comes out with Alex, and he takes her to the circle too. And, she's got her clothes on. She just kind of looks over at you guys. She's like, "Hey."
Hey. Glad to have you back.
Yes. Alex says, we're not going to talk about anything, okay? And she's like, no. He says, I have the book. Everything is under control. You guys talk about how we're going to take the city back over. She goes, okay. Thank you again, Alex. He's like, thank Zira. And he turns and walks away. And she kind of turns and looks over at you. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. She'll walk up to the portal.
Okay.
Are you standing there?
Alex says, you only need 2 from the other room.
Cool. Alright. I'll walk up to the portal.
Okay.
Look through it.
Priest looks at you.
Can you or Tuffy turn 2 undead and send them through the portal for me?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
He turns 2 and sends them through the portal.
Nice.
As soon as they come through, they're like, and then the bracelet catches them.
She'll be like, come. And she'll put them up against, like, this wall over here.
Okay.
Stay.
Everybody in the room's kind of like watching you, whatever. They stay. And Alex goes, you got them?
Got him.
All right, send them in.
Send him through. Go in.
He comes to the door at that point. He says, Lily, I'll have these here ready. I'll
She'll-
have everything ready.
She'll look at them and be like, listen to him. Follow his commands. Point at Alex.
Alex smiles at you and thinks.
Thank you so much, Alex.
Turn the name of Valia. You're here in the other room.
He takes her and
Go lay
turns.
down. He says, go lay down.
Alright.
And stop there and go back to Mirabili. I know it's been a long time. We're not going to fill in this whole gap most likely.
Can I ask,
But
Okay.
one question?
sure.
Are the air elementals still in this room?
They are still in this room.
And the
You don't
dog?
have control of them,
Oh.
but they're in this room and they're not doing anything. Your last command, it seems they're still following your last command, but you don't have control of them.
Does that mean
Shit.
they really like me?
It means they're going to follow your last command, but any new commands, most likely, they're not going to do.
Okay.
They're kind of, there's 4 rogue elementals, or was it 8? It was 8,
was
right?
8.
With 8 dogs. You're kind of rogue right now, doing the last thing you told them to do. The thing is you told the dogs to do what Alex said. So he has control of them still. He can order them. But
And then my
but
brother
you-
has 4.
And the brother has the 4 that you sent with him. But they're not controlled by you. When you look up in the room, you're like, oh, I don't have control of those anymore.
Goodness.
Anyway, you get the zombies in Zira. At this point, you feel the sword as far away as it was when you first felt it,
Okay.
and it's not moving.
Alright.
And you know it can feel where you are too. Most
Right, it
likely.
didn't come after me. I wonder why.
By the way, there's still a storm outside. It has not changed. It's been storming nonstop. Which at this point, as much rain has come down, there's flooding, more flooding in Beacon.
Okay. Has anybody started a fire?
We're back in.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Mirabila. Eris, you go into the other room, into the bar. Or Ray, sorry, into the bar,
Ray.
and you see Gavin behind the bar. He nods at you.
She'll walk up to the bar.
Hey, what's up?
Hey,
I'm sorry about Valia.
it's okay.
I know it's a good thing, and I know we're gonna have a festival in her honor and everything, but she was a really cool lady.
Well, speaking of,
When I first met you guys, I tell that story a lot.
Do you?
Now I'll probably tell it more. Yeah, people want to hear it. They wanna hear it. These 2 goddesses showed up and danced in front of me and charmed everyone. We made a lot of money that day. I think it was like 30, 40 gold for that one dance.
something like that.
It was awesome. I think I only gave you guys like 20 or about 10 or something. I kept 20 something or something like that. Anyway,
I don't remember.
I'm sorry about that.
I don't remember. It's okay.
Anyway,
She'll pull out the pearl and be like, "This was in Bailey as well, and it's for you."
your will.
Yeah.
You see him take it, and you see tears well up in his eyes. He's like,
She'll tell him what it is. She'll tell him it's a pearl that can either bring you back to your home plane or send something back to its home
"Thanks, Barry."
plane.
She was a really cool lady.
She was.
Yeah, she'll be missed.
She's still there. She's still there. She's literally a goddess now.
We'll celebrate her life tomorrow. I
Absolutely.
can't wait. I can't wait.
Absolutely.
Thank you. He
You're
like
welcome.
leans across the bar and gives you a hug.
Oh goodness.
When he does, you feel his positive life force next to your mouth. And you can feel it thump. And you can feel his chest thumping from the excitement and the emotion.
Pat.
Huh?
Is it Pat?
So you push him away, kind of like it's awkward. You push him away and he goes, "Oh, I'm sorry. I'm
It's okay.
I'm sorry. I'm
It's
just
okay.
thankful." You turn and look at him. He's glowing kind of a yellow color to you, and you can see his blood moving through his veins on his neck. He's like, and when he talks to you, it's a little bit like tunnel. He's like, oh, it's okay. I'm sorry. I'm sorry about that. And you're like, oh, it's okay. You say really loud, and he just kind of looks at you, and he's like, oh.
She'll walk out. She'll just
okay.
turn around and walk out. Oh, awkward.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm
Okay.
fine.
You go back into the office.
Just leave.
You walk into the office, and Eris is in there with Vay, and Eris, while she was in there, Vay stands up and he like comes over to you, like walks up to you, like really close.
How much taller is he than her?
So he's 6'4".
6 foot. She's like 5'2". Just...
He's a lot taller than you. He just looks at you, comes up and looks at you, and he kind of squats down and looks at you, and then he leans up real slow and he kisses you on your cheek. And he's like, you're unique. And I like it when he kind of leans back up. And when he does that, Ray comes to the door. Ray, you come to the door and you just look over at them and you can see Eris's energy, you know, it's vibrating. You're like, and Vay looks at you and he's like, calm down. He says in your head, and you're like, it goes away. Eris is like, looks nervous. She's like, and you can see she's blushing or something, probably a little bit. And Vay's like, looks nervous too. And you're like, what the fuck is going on here?
She walk past him
Okay.
and into the other office
Okay.
and just sit down.
He's like, he just looks at Eris. Anyway, you probably have stuff to do, don't you?
Yeah,
I'm not trying to get rid of you, but
I do.
looks like my sister's having some issues. I need to talk to her. Ray, you hear that?
Okay. Yeah, no worries. I need to go talk to Mac anyway.
Okay. I'll catch you later then.
Okay. She'll walk out.
He turns and walks quickly away from you. You guys walk away. It was real awkward. Because Ray walked in, you know, and all that. Anyway, Ray,
Yeah.
Vay walks into the office. You're sitting there just... He sits down next to you. He's like, now you understand.
Gavin hugged me.
Yeah. You feel... Let's see. What was it? You feel like you need to... What was the word you used? Yes. How does that feel? Erupt? Erupt? Wasn't that the word? Now you understand what happened between Valia and I. None of you understood why
I didn't.
I was ready to feed that day with the giants.
I am sorry for making fun of you. It's
I
not
was
funny.
it was out of my control.
I just made an ass out of myself.
It did
out
reach
there.
a point to where I killed those two giants. I could not control myself. Yes.
She would tell him I made an ass out of myself out there. I don't even think I can look Gavin in the face now. She would just look at him. She
You'll
could.
be fine. You'll be fine. You have confidence.
Deep sigh.
You see him kind of look up and he's like, I bet you understand now.
For sure. Yeah, is he gloating? Is that what that is?
Yeah, he's talking
Yeah.
to Valia. He like looks up. He's like, I
Oh.
bet you understand now. Because she can feel everything, you know.
Right.
And she knows how rough Ray's having it right now.
Mm.
Yeah, so you feel like you don't want to be around people.
Mm.
Like it's difficult right now.
Wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome.
He looks at you, he's like, so, should I? Let's see. You feel satiated. You feel fine. There's nothing wrong with you. You're okay. And you feel it leave, and he says, you did not embarrass yourself. They thought you were a goddess in your beauty and strength. And you believe it. You're like, yeah, Yeah, that's what's going on.
Fucker compelled me.
And he gives you a hug.
She'll hug him.
He's like, you'll be okay. I know it's tough. Eris, you go into the bar.
Yes. Do I know what room Mac?
Everybody's kind of looking at you when you walk in. You're looking at the door, you know, there. Oh, I see it's you. And Gavin's like,
Do I know?
you see tears in his eyes, and he's like,
Are you okay?
yeah, it's failure. It's failure. I'll be okay. I can't wait till tomorrow.
Me
I'm
either.
gonna celebrate her life. It'll be cool.
Just telepathy Mac.
He's
Really
like,
quick.
okay, you do. As you do that, he's like, yeah. Got a lot of emotion for the situation for some reason. Anyway, you telepathy Mac, and Mac's like, hey,
Hey, quick question.
yo, what's up?
How good is Gavin of a musician?
Oh, he's pretty good.
Is he
Yeah. I don't think he has enough faith in himself, but he's one of the best damn street performers I've ever met.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
So I'm getting together bards for the festival tomorrow?
Yeah, he's not really a stage bard.
No.
Well, I don't know. Maybe if you gave him the chance, he might be. But he plays on street corners, and he I don't think he's ever played a stage show of any sort.
Is
Maybe-
it
maybe
by
it's-
choice or?
I think it's out of nerves, confidence, lack thereof. He used to play in front of Tarnax all the time, and the reason he did that is most of the people would accept his music, and I mean, people go there for that, you know, that's
Right,
dancing and
right.
music, so he's accepted there. Outside that, I don't know.
Hmm.
I know he's a good student.
What do you think? Should I offer him the chance?
I don't know why not.
Cool.
I wouldn't put him on stage opening for any of his idols or anything like that. Like, you don't want him on stage with you or Emmett or anyone like that.
By himself?
By himself would be good,
So-
but you don't want him on the stage that you're performing on. Like put him on a smaller stage. So
Got you. There's a
Yes.
big stage and then there's going to be two smaller stages.
put him on one of the smaller stages,
All
and
right.
hopefully he'll
Cool.
be able to do good.
All right.
Cool.
Yeah, I'll give him the chance. I want to play too. I want us to play, but
Oh yeah?
yeah, but we're gonna have to put up some protections. We're gonna have to do some things just to make sure that we're cool with everything that's taking place. I
For
don't
sure.
want us up there in the wind. You know?
As always, yeah. We'll do what we can. Yeah,
Okay. Cool.
I'm with you.
Nice.
You want me to let Falcon and Jeffrey know?
Yeah.
They'll be excited.
Little Aries too.
Okay. You
If
want her
you-
to play with us?
If you think she can handle it, how
Hell
is
yeah,
she
she
doing?
can.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
All right. Yeah.
She might steal your job if you're not careful. And
Hey,
he kinda,
now.
He kind of laughs. Just kidding. Just kidding. She's not you, dear. Not even close. I don't think she'll ever attain what you have. Not many do.
She'll walk up to the bar to Gavin.
Okay.
Be like, "Hey, I got a question for you."
Yeah. You were kind of already standing there.
Oh yeah, that's right. I know that you usually do like street performances and things like that, right?
Yeah.
Have you ever considered getting up on a stage?
Oh,
No?
no.
Why
No,
not?
I can't do that.
Why not?
I'm not that good. I'm not ready for that.
No?
No.
Well, I was gonna offer you the chance to play at the festival tomorrow if you wanted it.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
By myself?
I mean, if you want
On a
to.
stage? He kind of looks down. He's, a festival?
Yeah. I mean, you seem to be really emotional over the situation, and if you really cared about Velia as much as you say you did, then I for sure want to give you that opportunity, but it's totally up to you.
He
you
kind
know?
of looks down. He's like, oh my goodness. You're right. This is what we do as musicians and storytellers. We put our energy and our emotion into what we. This is perfect. Yeah, I'll do it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Cool.
I mean, even if I suck, at least I'm putting my heart into it, right?
Of course, and from what I've heard, you don't suck. You just gotta be confident in yourself. It's all about confidence and practice. Just look at him. Practice, 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 practice.
Thank you. He starts crying
You're
here. Thank you so
welcome.
much.
You're welcome, Gavin.
God, fuck. Glad Bay's not out here. He starts and stop there. Back to Lily and them. What do you guys do?
Oh, what the hell just happened?
Right.
So Lily just died, basically, and was brought back.
That's
You
right.
guys are at the keep. Ripley's there. You're told not to talk about anything. When she comes in, she wanders over here to these guys and starts saying hi to them, and they're kind of pushing her, punching her, and she's doing it back, and they're doing the whole military thing that they do. Raleigh says, "Glad to have you back, sweet cheeks." And she goes, "Don't you fucking call me that again." And he's like, "Oh, you're not gonna do anything." She's like, "I might. I told you before." And he's like, all right, fair.
Zero telepathy Ripley. Be like, next time he calls you that, call him Sizzle Chest.
Okay. She smiles back at you. So you guys are kind of
We need to make a decision.
in a situation now where you're all back in here. So you all gather around the table in the war room, the old X-throne room. Together, Gordon puts out the maps and everything, and Mal looks at you guys and he's like, "I am willing to do this spell, I just do not know how long it will hold it." Also, you said that if you get near it, something bad could happen, so I would suggest that that be something that we keep in mind.
And I can't cast from this distance the way that you can.
Zero would say, and I also have something I can put the eye inside that would keep it from hurting me.
Unless it happens when you're close to it.
Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe you should not be the one to do that. Gordon's like, "You can give it to me."
She will. She'll take out the cube and give it to him.
Take it. He puts it in. He puts his hand over on you and kind of touches you, and he says, "Miranda and I have you no matter what. Don't worry." And we're gonna stop there for this evening. Hopefully you guys are not mad at me for that. But I know there's a lot going on. But normally, these episodes are about this long, so we'll stop there and come back next time with you guys in the throne room. Thank you guys for coming and watching. Remember, we are Original GM, and like, subscribe, share, all that jazz. Peace.
There's a gift inside the old gods granted me, a vision of the way to change reality. In the shadows creeping, can't rest your weary head. No time for you to sleep now, or evil it will spread. So gather all your friends and listen to my tale. Adventure story shaping magic and the veil. Dragons, devils, demons, and creatures that I fear, and heroes of the known. Just please don't be scared. The heroes are the monsters to the enemy. the way that you perceive. Original GM, we're here to set you free. Come join in the adventure. Who you wanna be? Who you wanna be? We are heroes. We are heroes.